Over here at the beautiful Bethlehem Rose Gardens, just off 8th and West Broad Street here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And one of the main things here about the Lehigh Valley, this area has a near perfect combination of fantastic music, arts, local businesses, and surprises in scenery. I mean, we're right here in the city, and as you can tell, this is a great place just to, basically sit down, take a break, and get away from life for a little while. Allentown, Whitehall, Easton, every area has places like this. So if you're in the area, if you're visiting the area, make sure you get out and explore a little bit, because I guarantee you will not regret it. Anyway, I want to do a quick, this is a quick short article on a relatively new a place to explore for the arts here over in Fountain Hill. It's called the Art Establishment. Now it's located at 945 Broadway over in Fountain Hill. Check the map for the exact location. But I had the chance, I've been wanting to check this place out since it opened up. And finally this past first Friday, I made it a point to be my first stop. Now when I went over there, I figured, all right, typical art gallery, art school, whatever. The size of the building is extremely deceiving. I walked in there and I was like, holy shit, this place is big. If you look at the building from the outside, you wouldn't think that, you figure, okay, it's fairly small. It isn't. I was actually thankfully taken on a very nice tour of the building, and I found out that the Art Establishment is a lot more than just an art gallery and kind of like your more typical art school that just has lessons in painting and drawing. I'm not going to give away all the surprises here, but there's 2 floors to this establishment. The first floor, you have kind of like your main art gallery, and one main surprise I'm not going to give away, but think of it in the terms of a little bit of a hint. History of photography, shall we say. Now it's about, you have to check them out to figure out that clue. But there's this place, the Art Establishment offers a fairly large variety of classes you can take and different areas of what's termed art. First floor, like I said, great gallery. You walk in, you have the reception desk, very friendly, very professional. If any questions you have, etc. And then you go downstairs, which is kind of different than the first floor, but it isn't. Okay, it's the best way I can describe it. Now, one of the main things I love about this is over in Allentown. The Alternative Gallery is one of the best places in the Lehigh Valley. Okay, Allentown has the Alternative Gallery. Easton has Connections and a couple other great galleries. Bethlehem has the Bethlehem House Gallery, and you have Fountain Hill, which is right next to Bethlehem, for the Art Establishment. All right, these are the main places. But the Art Establishment, the Alternative Gallery is perfect. The layout of the building is perfect for Allentown and where it's located, right at 4th and Tillman, where it has the true urban feel to it. And the Art Establishment is a lot like this, where the owners basically wanted to combine a true feel of an art gallery and art school with the urban and historical feel of the building. I was informed that the building was actually a print shop, and what they did was they did some remodeling, but they found the fine line between bringing it up to date and turning it into your true school gallery feel, and keeping the balance between that and the old print shop and the urban feel to it. Whereas you're walking around the building, you see, you look around and you see the beams, you see, the brick walls that have the true urban and historical feel of the building, and that right off will catch your attention and get you more curious about, okay, how the Art Establishment does have your traditional classes. And by the way, I have to make a special mention. There's one of the best graphic artists that I know of and have seen. Michael Kincaid gives classes there. You will learn a lot from Michael, and trust me, you will learn a lot from him as a teacher. And also his personality, the combination makes him one of the best graphic artists I have ever known. And I used to be into 3D graphics design a long time ago, and he blows away some of the professionals that have done it for most of their lives, honestly. So right there, Michael Kincaid as a teacher is one of the primary reasons, because you will learn a lot from him without the true being in a classroom and same old boring techniques and everything. So that is your primary reason. Michael Kincaid, fantastic graphics designer, and I know right off just from knowing him, fantastic. He is a fantastic teacher, and also the founder of one of the best hard rock cover bands in the area, Angel Down. Anyway, back to the Art Establishment. Another reason why you want to check this place out, and even if you don't think you're an artist, and have always, no matter if you're in school, in high school, or if you're 65 years old and say, you know what, I always wanted to give this a shot. Another reason is the variety that they have. So you don't, okay, and also I have to point out something here, that I was informed, this is what I was informed, check out their Facebook page and the website, but something I was informed of where they don't lock you into a long-term, something long-term. You can pay for each class as you take it there, which is great, especially for somebody like me I'm a writer, but have absolutely zero talent in art. With the different classes and different genres they offer there. Okay, you want to try painting first? Well, I'm not really any good at that. You learn after your first class. Well, you know what? Let's try something else. They have pottery there, okay, with kilns. You know what? I've always wanted to try pottery, and I've never been good at it, but I'm more the 3-dimensional versus 2-dimensional. So you know what? Let's try this. Okay, you paid for one class of the painting. Not my thing. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden, you know what? I want to switch over to pottery. You take one class of that, and you find out, guess what? Yeah, for my first try, it wasn't the best, but I'm happy with it, and I didn't do too bad. This is what I want to go with. So they don't lock you into like paying for a full semester of something and find out that, guess what? You just wasted your money. Okay? Another excellent reason to stop by the Art Establishment. Another reason to stop by here and check this place out and possibly take some classes is, like I said, the feel. I love the overall feel and atmosphere of the building, where it combines your typical art school art gallery with the urban, modern, and historical atmosphere and feel just by walking inside the building. So you can relax in there. You can just be yourself versus, looking at other people. Sometimes some people, you have a tendency to just, okay, you glance over, well, mine isn't as good as theirs, where, and being in, your more typical art classes and kind of putting pressure on yourself, even if you're not, the instructors and everybody else isn't doing that. So right off, there's 3 excellent reasons. Another one is like I said, I'm not going to reveal a couple of surprises there, but the variety that they have there. I told you about 2 of them, where you have painting and pottery, and there's a couple other things that you might want to try, and I gave you a hint at one of them that will surprise you here. So I mean, the art establishment is one of the things this area desperately needs, honestly. Especially in the area for Bethlehem and the Fountain Hill, Bethlehem area, where it's not and I hate using this word, but it's not sterile. It's more of the rough, raw, and real to it versus the typical classroom style. So you have Michael Kincaid. I mean, one of the best reasons to go there and try a couple classes as far as an instructor. I mean, definitely, if you're in the area, especially if you live here and you've always wanted to try art, the Art Establishment is one of my top recommendations for art galleries and art classes, and taking art classes in the entire Lehigh Valley. Please check them out online, and if you're in the area, stop by when they're open. You might want to make an appointment ahead of time. If you're serious about taking art classes, stop over and talk to them and find out if I'm right or wrong. Michael Phoenix, founder of the magazine. Take care, everybody. Weather's warm here in the valley in a lot of places, but go out, have a great time, but stay safe about it. From the Bethlehem Rose Gardens, be safe in the night and always, and enjoy. If you're in the area, you never know. You might see me around. Later.